He'll be back.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Welcome to Tuesday night. Welcome to Home Team Sports and Entertainment. I am the Big Alboski. I got Shango with me. I got Anthony Joseph with me. Cousin Phil will be back with us momentarily. We got a lot to talk about tonight, gentlemen. It is election night. First off, did you guys vote?
Yep.
Very good, Anthony. You voted. Very good. Now, don't adjust your sets, kids. Shango is wearing an Around the Turnbuckle t-shirt, and Anthony Joseph, living up to his bet, is wearing a Philadelphia Eagles t-shirt. Very good, guys.
I'm proud of you.
Very good.
I'm proud of you.
Well done. All right, Phil is back with us. Cuz, how are you?
What's up?
All right, man. We're off and rolling. You guys watching? You guys comment. Send us your comments. Send us your questions for the panel, anything like that. But we'll get into our first topic because we're going to do the predictions thing later down the road. We'll talk about the stand. Shango wants to do it now because I'm in first place now. We'll do it later.
Why would you put that on me? It's not my fault. You're running the show. I said nothing.
Just to piss you off. All right, just to humor you for a second, I'll show you the standings. I am 8-4. AJ's 5-7. Shango is now 9-3, lead the pack. Spitter is 7-5, and Philip is 8-4. So we'll get to that later on. But the first question I want to address right now, let's get this one out of the way because this is going to make my heart hurt. Is Carson Wentz a franchise quarterback? And what I mean by that, gentlemen, is Carson Wentz, should the Eagles move on from Carson Wentz, or should the Eagles still work with this guy? He's been there 5 years now. He is a turnover machine this year, averaging 2 to 3 turnovers per game. He has the most interceptions in the NFL with 12, I believe. And the Eagles sit at 3-4-1. Yeah, okay. They're leading the division. Big deal. That's because the NFC sucks. So my question to you guys, and we'll give it to Shango first. Is Carson Wentz a franchise quarterback in this league?
Unfortunately, no, he is not. If I was in the front office of the Eagles, I would be looking to see what we could do, how we can move up to get Trevor Lawrence. That would be if you want to trade him, you can come up with a trade package. I give you Carson Wentz, 5 hamburgers and 2 hot dogs for a number 1 pick or something like that. I just okay. So we were talking a little bit about it before the show. Like the guy, he won a Super Bowl and he wasn't a quarterback of the team. And they paid him all his money. And hopefully this year is the first year he'll be healthy other than his rookie year.
What's up, Alex?
And you got, like you said, he's leading. How is he leading the NFL in turnovers for a quarterback?
I don't know.
Look what he did with he was playing. They were playing catch with the Cowboys defense on Sunday night, and that's one of the worst That is the worst defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
So no, I don't. I think it's time to start looking elsewhere. Personally.
I'm going to go to AJ next because my cousin Phil, like myself, is an Eagle fan.
All right. I'm speaking for all of us Eagle fans now.
Preach, brother.
I highly believe we should keep them.
Okay. Yeah.
And we got to keep our franchise in the gutter because that's where we belong.
Well, that's not where we are right now.
Oh, no, he's got to go. He's had long enough to figure it out. Like I said, they won a Super Bowl, and it was without him. So they're better without him than they are with him.
Do you think that he would benefit from a tougher coach?
I think he probably should pick another line of work.
No, man. I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, what if you took Carson Wentz and stuck him with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers? Say Big Ben retires.
I mean, you can say that with any quarterback. I don't know. It's not working out for him there. So it's time for the Eagles to move on too, though, because it's not working out for them.
With who? Jalen Hurts?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, Miles will bring Brian Kelly back too, right?
Kevin Cobb.
Yeah. Trade.
It's
Pick Cobb. Man, you know what? This year's tough to say if he is or if he isn't. I don't think anybody even Hurts, if you bench him for Hurts, because of the poor offensive line, the injuries, the receivers. I mean, you're going with Jalen Reagor as a rookie this year. Greg Ward, a quarterback turned receiver. Hurts is hurt. Fulgham's off a practice squad from Detroit, Green Bay. You know what I mean? Like, he was drafted in 2019. I say you wait till we're healthy, see if he could do it. If not, pull the plug on him next season, put Hurts in there. But don't start Hurts with this. Don't do it, man. You know what I mean? I would not start Hurts this season until later on, maybe. Still, we suck the whole we suck. We're injured. But I will guarantee this, that Carson Wentz is the best quarterback in the NFC East. Because Dak's hurt. That's the only reason I say
just because Dak's
better
hurt.
than Danucci. He's better than
Darno was like, I'm so glad he said that.
Starting week 9. That's what
I'm worried.
Who's the quarterback of the Cowboys right now?
Danucci,
my cousin Tony.
I would take him over Wentz, I think.
Ben DiNucci.
Well,
Listen,
I can't take that serious. You can't be serious from a Giants fan. I mean, he is rooting for the Giants.
Trade him to Uber Eats.
But to say that Carson Wentz is the best, you keep holding on.
In the
Like
East, today.
Should keep him.
Yeah, he's what he means is he's better than Jones. He's better than Ben DiNucci.
Now Jones has been in the league for what, a year and a half?
Right.
So so we know what he is.
I don't think so.
Wentz has been in there for 5.
No, I think he needs an offense.
Right
I think he needs an offensive line.
So if I told you right now, you can have Jones or Wentz, who you take?
Wentz.
Yeah, I'm taking Wentz right now. His stats have been good up until
Tongo?
now.
Listen. Let me explain. Like, you guys all talk. It's my turn.
Leave Sango out of it. Out of it.
Listen to me. He talked first. All right. The problem with Carson Wentz is that the Eagles fans remember Carson Wentz when he was having an MVP year in 2017. Okay, they remember that guy. That guy also had a lot more talent around him, an all-pro offensive line, the healthiest team in football. Nobody was freaking hurt that entire year. They played the whole damn season. That offensive line, he's had like 12 different offensive lines this season. 12. Okay? There's only been 7 games. He's had 12 different offensive lines in front of him. And so I still think that his problem right now is he doesn't have Frank Reich. That's number 1. He doesn't have Filippo. That's number 2. And number 3 is he's trying to get out of the shadow of the great and statue in front of the fucking link, Nick Foles, because Nick Foles is a hero in Philadelphia, and Carson Wentz is trying to do too much. He holds on to the ball too much. He's overthinking a lot of his plays, a lot of his throws. His interceptions yesterday, one was a really good play on the defensive back. The other one, it got caught in the wind, and Hightower thought it went one way, Diggs thought it went another way. So you can't tell me that everything's his fault. He has a piss-poor offensive line. His running back, Miles Sanders, who was supposed to take pressure off of him this year, is injured. Zach Ertz, his number one receiver for the past couple years, is also hurt. All he's got is Travis Fulgham. I mean, you know what I mean. You give this guy some of the weapons some of these other guys have. You know, the Mahomes and the Breeze and the Tom Brady's of the world. You give him those kind of weapons, and maybe he might be just a tad bit better. But out of that piss poor NFC East, the worst division in the history of football, right now, the Eagles, it's their division to lose.
That wasn't the question.
What was the question?
Is he a franchise quarterback?
The question was,
he can be under the right coaching, and yes, he can be. He has the talent to be that.
The question was
great. No, he can be a franchise quarterback. Is Matthew Stafford a franchise quarterback? Is Matthew Stafford ever going to win a Super Bowl?
He's better than Carson Wentz.
Matt Ryan? Is Matt Ryan ever a franchise quarterback? Is he ever going to win a Super Bowl?
No, he's
My point is that you can be good enough to be a franchise quarterback in this league, but not be great. He's good. He's not great. You know what I mean? He's not an elite guy.
So you're sticking with Wentz
for this year, for the rest of this year and next year, because then at the end of next year, the Eagles can opt out of that contract and get rid of him if he's still playing to this level. But what if he gets a couple of weapons? They get rid of Alshon Jeffrey. They get rid of Deshaun Jackson. They bring in some new talent. They're developing younger receivers. And what if he's better next year than he is this year? What if? You don't think the Eagles they paid him $120 million not to sit and be the most expensive backup quarterback in the NFL and stick Jalen Hurts in there now? They, that draft pick to me was just an insurance policy in case the guy gets hurt, because he gets hurt every damn year.
Before we went on, I said it's better to give up too soon than to give up too late.
And I disagree with that.
And you guys are borderline too late.
No.
You're going to have to rip the entire thing down.
In 2015, the Kansas City Chiefs with Coach Andy Reid and offensive coordinator Doug Peterson had Alex Smith as their quarterback, and they started the season 1-5. And there was a meeting that Andy Reid and all the coordinators had in Kansas City. Should they bench Alex Smith? You know who the backup to him was? Chase Daniel. Okay? Chase fucking Daniel.
Better than Carson Wentz.
You can't bench Carson Wentz right now. You know what I'm saying? My point is they fixed the problem. People got healthy. They stuck with Alex Smith, and they finished that season 11-5. I'm not saying the Eagles are going to do that. I'm just saying that if they start getting people healthy, they're on a bye week then. They got the Giants. They got the Browns. If they start getting people healthy, all right, I could see 6-7 wins out of them, and that wins the division.
And what I'm telling you is I could see if they wait too long, it's going to take them 15 years to fix this thing.
15? No. Where you been, pal? The freaking Eagles have been
defenders
for the NFC East for the past 10 years.
And I'm telling you, they're going to have to rip it down. And they're 2-5 right now. So when they rip it down, it's going to be on 16.
The difference is that the other three organizations are not run as well as Philadelphia is. That's the bottom line. The Giants are not run as well. The Cowboys, Jerry Jones gets in his own fucking ass. The Cowboys have won 2 fucking playoff games in the past 25 years, Shango. Don't give me that look, because it's the truth. The Giants have 2 Super Bowl titles. What?
The Giants are poorly ran compared to the Eagles?
Have they been relevant?
Because they have had a 5-year drought or 6
5-year drought? 5-year drought? When was the last time the Eagles had a 5-year drought?
Before they won Super Bowl, they had
78 years.
They always have been contenders, though. They have always Andy Reid era. They were in how many NFC Championship games? They were in the Super Bowl in 2005, losing to the Patriots 24-21, not 42-21, 24-21. They finally got their damn title in 2017. A lot of people say, "Oh, if Carson Wentz didn't get hurt, they wouldn't have won the Super Bowl. Bullshit. Not the way he was playing that year. No freaking way.
Listen to this. The Giants, the Cowboys, or the football team have never held a tryout in their stadium for the average Joe to make the team because they suck that bad.
Yeah. When did that happen? What year was that?
That was in the 70s. That was like when
Did it happen? Did it happen? It happened.
I will say
Before you were born.
I will say this. Dallas had a TV show.
Say hi to your girl. Say hi to your girl.
Hey, Chrissy.
My God. So you say no. The answer to this question is you say no. Shango says no. I say yes.
We keep him.
No, the answer is he a franchise quarterback? I say he can be, yes.
For this franchise, yes.
No, he might not be.
So are you 100% saying that he is or he isn't? Because you're spitting stats.
The answer to the question is he a franchise quarterback? It's not is he the Eagles franchise quarterback? It is he a franchise quarterback? Is he good enough to be a franchise quarterback? Answer that question is yes. Maybe not necessarily with Peterson, and maybe not necessarily with the Eagles for the next 5 to 10 years, but he's good enough to be a franchise quarterback, yes.
Okay.
Philip?
I said yes.
Okay. So that's 2 yeses and that's 2 yeses and 2 hates. I got you.
You mean 2 no's? 2 no's, no hate.
Well, it's Giants, Cowboys.
It's 2 no's
Cowboys.
and 2 I'm still hanging on.
Yeah. Y'all sound like abusive ex-wives. Like, I know he hurts me, but he loves me.
1 and 7. The Giants are 1 and 7.
He
All
really
right.
beats you every Sunday.
All right. AJ, what do you got? I know you got some notes on MLB free agency. Hit me with it.
Well, we got a lot going on in MLB. Is Phil here?
Yeah, Phil's there.
All right. So what does he want to go over? The top 10? He's not there.
He says outside the top.
Yeah, he's like, Phil, man, we can't hear you at all.
So the interesting name we got is Trevor Bauer and JT Realmuto from the Phillies.
Right.
Now, question. Do you think he shot himself in the foot when he said he didn't want to play for any of the New York teams? He'll have money on the table, don't you think?
As far as money goes, yes, but I mean, I has power. You know, I mean, he's good enough that somebody's gonna pay him. I don't know. I don't think that they're gonna pay him what the Yankees may have, but somebody's gonna pay JT Realmuto. I don't know why he's saying that, and I don't know why he doesn't just take the money and run. Because it's not like the Phillies are going to win a damn World Series anytime soon, in my opinion.
Give me 1 second.
Not with that. Yeah, not with that pitching.
It could be. Honestly, it could be a pride thing. Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe feels like he's better than what's being offered, which happens. I mean, you see a lot in the NFL. Like they feel like they're way better than what's being offered. Like no, you're going to pay me what I believe I'm worth. It's not.
No, he said no to the Mets and the Yankees before.
Mets and Yankees, yeah. Right.
He has a problem with the city of New York. I mean, but what's his name was the same way. Greinke was the same way. He didn't want to go to New York. He wanted to stay in a small market. He got afraid of the big lights. And not all great players played great in the big city. I mean, look at Randy Johnson.
You think Realmuto wouldn't play well, play well in a Yankees uniform?
I think you'd have to worry about the pressure if he's already like, nah, he goes in a slump in that city. Look at Gary Sanchez.
You have to put him on suicide watch.
Yeah, because like in Philadelphia, they're a lot more forgiving.
Yeah, and I think part of the city's Gary Sanchez's problem. The guy's afraid to catch a ball now. He's got 2 knees on the ground, praying it doesn't get by him.
Right.
He's
All right, so that's Real Muto. And what else
Trevor
you got?
Bauer.
Trevor Bauer.
Number one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm seeing a lot of predictions that he'll go to the Dodgers.
Oh, so he might go to the Dodgers, huh?
Bauer?
List of teams is Dodgers, Phillies, Mets, Yankees.
I'd take him.
Yeah, if he goes to the Dodgers, that ain't fair.
World champs.
No, I think the Yankees could definitely use him. If they can get a contract that's just not outrageous though.
Yeah.
I think the Yankees got to get away from these 10-year deals.
Right.
And because they catch up and they cost you in the long run.
All right, what else you got?
And right now, and then you got let's see, number 3 ranked is George Springer. George Springer. They're saying likely landing spot besides the Astros would be the White Sox, and that could be an interesting team next year. They're young, they're talented.
They got a new manager, right? Or was them?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't them. No, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Tony La Russa.
Yeah.
La Russa, right.
Yeah, Tony La Russa's back there.
The same guy that coached Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire.
He's really gonna beef him up.
True. All right, AJ, keep going, man.
Ozuna?
What, cuz?
I think
Marcell
he's an
Ozuna.
interesting one.
Ozuna. I don't know. One of you are saying one name, one of you is saying another name.
I said his full name, Marcell Ozuna. It's
Marcell Ozuna.
Yeah.
No,
It's the
but
same guy.
AJ said somebody else.
They said Ozuna.
Okay, what about him?
He's an interesting name this year. I think he does better in the American League where they can DH.
Right.
Because
he was with the Astros, right?
No, he was with the Braves this year.
He was with the Braves. He
he was
came
with
over
the
from
Braves?
Miami. Yeah, he came over from Miami Marlins to the Braves. They talking about him staying in the West, going back to the Central to the Reds. Is the favorite to land him.
All right.
But I agree with his outfielding is not really that well at DH.
And then we got DJ LeMahieu. I think he's got to stay with the Yankees. I think the Yankees got to figure it out and bring this guy back. I mean, all he's done is he hits the ball. That's all he does.
Right.
He's got a Gold Glove in infield. I see they're predicting.
But he
Blue
won't.
Jays.
Yeah, he won't stay with the Yankees. The reason being is because Gleyber Torres is not a shortstop. He was horrible this year. They're going to move him to second base and bring up that rookie down there in the minors to take over the shortstop position. They're going to spend all their money trying to get some pitching because they lose Happ, Montgomery. There's a couple other pitchers, and you'll come across them later on in the list.
I think we got to hold on to DJ. Gleyber's a second baseman. But
what about Didi Gregorius, AJ?
I would love him to come back.
I would love the Philly to keep him.
He just doesn't. I mean, the problem with that is if you bring Didi back, then you don't have DJ because Gleyber Torres is too good to just not play him.
Right.
But he'd be better at second. So I mean, Didi would help Gleyber. So
the Phillies brought him in. They rented him for like $14 million for a year, right? I don't know what he's going to want to play this year. And the Phillies don't seem to be wanting to spend any money with COVID. John Middleton, the owner of the Phillies, this is the one. When it comes to baseball, I'm oblivious to the rest of the teams, but I do follow the Phillies, right? And Middleton is not spending nothing, and that's why Philly fans are worried that he's going to let JT Realmuto walk because he's worried about revenues. He's worried about, how many fans are going to be allowed in the stands, blah, 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 blah. When are we going to be able to have fans in the stands again? That kind of thing.
And that's a good point you say, because if you notice, one of the best relievers in the last 3 years, Brad Hand, was cut for $10 million because of this whole COVID and bringing it back. But here's the thing. We talked about a rookie, but Andrew Fitzsimmons, Angels, he's up for free agency. He's been in contacts with the Yankees, moving Torres back, trying to re-sign Tanaka, the Yankees.
That I don't want to
Philadelphia.
happen.
You don't want that?
Simmons is actually not that bad if you follow the Angels.
No. I wasn't talking about Simmons. I'll take Simmons.
You don't
He's
want
good
Tanaka.
Oh,
I
you
want
don't want
Tanaka back.
Yeah.
I mean, we ran that train to the ground. It's time to get off. He's not bad if it's a friendly contract to the Yankees. I mean, I'll let him eat innings, but to count on him for anything anymore, it just, he always showed up in the postseason, so Yankee fans were okay with it. He didn't show up this year, and now it's like,
So
if he's not postseason Tanaka, what is he?
all right, so where are we in the top 10, AJ? Did you get Justin Turner?
He's not in the
He's
top
not in
10.
the top 10.
No.
Nah, he's 36. He's probably gonna go back to the Dodgers.
Okay.
Marcus Stroman.
All right.
Not a big fan.
What'd you say?
Not a big fan.
They have him ranked 6th. He's not sexy to any baseball teams.
Isn't he injury prone?
He started the season on the IL.
Right.
He has a 3.22 ERA.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like he's with the Mets. I mean,
that's the thing. I mean, the Mets have been. It seems like the Mets, were good a few years ago, and now they're in like a rebuilding mode.
Which is strange.
He's not worth the projected $70 million he's going to get.
I don't think so either.
Projected $70 million.
Yeah, they got him 4 years, $68 million.
Oh wow!
And I think he's an average starter at best.
Right.
Yankee Stadium, anything like that, he would post, or even in the Philly Stadium, he'd probably post a 5 ERA.
Right.
You got to remember, Stroman's 62% ground ball outs. 62% of his outs were ground balls. He started 32 starts. What he is, he's an iron horse. He's an innings eater, and that's what makes him worth it. I'm still not a big fan of that if he doesn't have the bats behind him to help him. So kind of like DeGrom. DeGrom's a great fucking pitcher, but he's 11-7, winning the Cy Young because he doesn't have the bats behind him.
Phil, do you think that analytics is ruining baseball?
Yeah, I don't like analytics. I don't like the shift. Everybody playing on the right side or the left side. I like old-fashioned baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It's funny we come to the analytics because, as we all know, I predicted the champions this year.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. Good for you.
Did you use analytics?
Oh, I won, so we didn't
Did
get
you
to it.
analytics?
I'm the only one that got it right, so we didn't get
Yeah, and had they not used analytics and kept Snell in, maybe the Rays might have pulled that out.
But listen, that they used what got them there the whole year. Everybody wants to say, "Oh, they pulled Snell." They've done the same thing the entire year, so it should be no shock to anybody. The Tampa Bay did not let any of their starters go through the lineup 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Which is BS.
It was the 3rd time, and that's it for Snell. It's funny because they were.
That was bullshit.
Yes.
They're saying Cash is the fall guy because he's not the one making the money to run the team.
Right.
The GM is, and the GM basically tells him, no You ain't going 3 times through the lineup. And he went by the book.
I don't follow baseball as strong as you guys, but watching that first game, you kind of knew Tampa Bay was in trouble.
Yeah.
With the way Glasnow was pitching, I was like, why is he still out there? Why? Why is he still out there? If you're going to pull anybody quickly, that should have been the first person. A lot of people that I were talking to were hyping up, oh, man, Glasnow. He's going to
the Dodgers just better bats.
Better bats, and they had a better pitching staff to me.
No. The Dodgers worked that count beautifully. All the Dodgers pitchers were over 100 pitches in like 4 innings.
Right.
That bullpen's going to wear out sooner or later.
Well, that's the point. The point is they had better bats, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I do want to get AJ's
all right, round out this subject. Where are you on the top 10?
7. Number 7 is interesting. He's a young kid. He's batting .314 with 30 home runs, 21 stolen bases at 23 tries, but nobody's heard of him unless this season you watch baseball at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning called the Korean Baseball Organization.
Oakland baseball, Oakland A's.
Oakland A's. No, the Giants of Korea.
Okay.
This Ho Sung Kim, he's a shortstop, and Rangers are projected to sign him. I remember watching 1 or 2 games. The Rangers, Texas Rangers. Yes. I think they even had a lot of the money because they made some trades to get some international. And nobody's come out this young before from Japan or Korea. Usually they come out in their 30s. This is the youngest one, I think 26.
None of these guys have lived up to the hype that they come with.
Yeah.
Tanaka didn't live up to it.
Ichiro.
Matsui outside of
one
killing the Phillies in the World Series.
Remember Strasburg?
No, I'm talking about the Koreans.
No, I know. Oh, them.
And the Japanese.
Well, I thought you meant people in general.
Matsui had a couple good years.
Yeah.
Matsui had a couple good years.
All right. So I'm gonna switch the subject real quick, guys. We're gonna finish up baseball because we're past the halfway point. What do you guys think of Commissioner Manford proposing a bubble for the MLB next year?
You're going to do 60 games or you're going to do 162 games in a bubble?
They haven't said how many games yet. They haven't said any of that yet. He just kind of threw it out there to see how, I guess, fan reaction, I guess, owners' reaction, that kind of thing.
I mean, if you're not going to allow fans in the stands, you might as well bubble up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you might as well keep it 60 games because I found this year more interesting than most years. Every game counted, every inning counted. So and you have teams that have a better chance of shocking you, like the Marlins. I think out of 162 games, I think maybe the Marlins don't keep pace.
I honestly don't think they'll jump right back into 162. I think that they'll do maybe like a 130 or 140 kind of thing. I don't think they jump right back into 162.
It'd be interesting to see, would they do it in multiple cities because there's so many teams and so many games to be played.
Right. They're talking about what the NHL did. What the NHL did was they had Eastern Conference games in one Canadian city. It was Edmonton or Toronto, and then they had the Western Conference games in the other city. That's what the baseball was thinking about doing that in Arizona and Texas before they started the season up, but with the 60-game season. I don't know if they've locked down 2 neutral sites or whatever, but they're talking about having American League games in one site and having National League games in another site. I just don't know how they do it when a lot of days you have, how many games going on at once throughout the league on a daily basis.
It would have to be multiple cities. It wouldn't be all just doing one. It wouldn't
Right.
work in one.
I mean, how many realistically could they do? Like 4 cities, 6,
Nah, I think you could do like probably 10 cities.
10?
Yeah.
Really think
I mean, that's not much of a difference.
you could put 3 on the East Coast, 3 in the Central, and 3 on the West. So 9. Do 9.
Hi, Courtney.
You know,
All right.
and then you get 9 games a day or 18 games a day because then you'd be playing double headers.
We're going to switch subjects one more time before we get to the final subject, which is there's been a lot of talk on ESPN, on NFL Network, and amongst the fans online that the Seahawks are now the NFC favorite and the Steelers are the AFC favorite. Do you guys agree that that's a possible, not only possible, but probable Super Bowl? Phil?
I would go possible. I'm not a fan of probable. Because,
Right.
like I say, I still like Buffalo. Yes, they have 2 losses. They get beat up. But that Josh Allen, man, was known for his legs. And he's like, before last week, was like passing for 315 yards a game. Average. It's down to 285 because he didn't have to pass. They ran last week with Singletary and him. So, yeah, it's possible. I just don't think it's probable because, like I said, I've been rooting for the Steelers. I've been trying to swap you and AJ over to the Steelers. AJ still won't see the light, come to the dark side. And it's okay. I expect that from a Giants fan. You know, he likes bottom dwellers, and that's okay. But that's my pick is Seahawks and Bills.
Yeah, you picked that. Yeah, I remember you picking Seahawks and Bills at the beginning of the season. Shango, Seahawks Steelers, is that a possible or probable Super Bowl?
It's possible. I would say it's a possibility. That, right now the Seahawks are the hottest team in the NFC, and the Steelers are the hottest team in the AFC. But there's a lot of other teams out there that can knock both of these guys off the pedestal. You got Arizona in the NFC. There's still that giant in the AFC that somebody needs to knock off the pedestal, and that's Kansas City.
Right.
Kansas City dumps points, more like rainfall. And it's easy to say now. I get people are hyped up, like, oh man, look how good they're doing. You get this every year. Anytime a team is hot, they're going to the Super Bowl. Anytime a team is hot, people predict, they're going straight.
But halfway through the season, a lot of times you can see the front runners on both conferences, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. There are front runners in the AFC and the NFC. Those two are front runners. But it's hard to say that that will be the prediction. That's what's going to happen because they got past Baltimore.
Mm.
That was a good game. That was a good
could have went either way.
Yeah, could have went either way. And who's to say Baltimore doesn't come back and make adjustments, beat them in the playoffs,
right?
Or beat them on Thanksgiving, and so now they're tied.
How do you feel about the Steelers coming into Dallas next week?
Oh no, it's gonna be a massacre. I mean, it's gonna be an absolute massacre. I'm not gonna watch a snuff film. I can't do it. That's
a snuff film.
It's gonna be a snuff film. It's going to be a snuff film. On
this subject. We have not heard from Anthony because I know how much he hates the Seahawks. But go ahead. He calls them the sea chickens.
Is it a possibility? I'm calling it no chance.
Whoa!
No chance.
No chance that's the Super Bowl.
There's no chance that's the Super Bowl.
All right, you just convinced me that not only is that possible, it's probable in my book. Because if you think it's an impossibility, because I was going with Shango. I was all on Shango. I was like, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I was going to say exactly the same thing these guys said. But the fact that you said that it was impossible, Now I'm on the. It's probable. It's probable. That's probably your Super Bowl. Spoiler alert, kids.
Listen, the Steelers. It's gonna look sexy. They're gonna be probably. I'm gonna say this. They're probably gonna go 13-3, maybe 14-2.
Sure, that's number
it's
one.
Look beautiful, huh?
They'll be number one seed.
Oh, it's gonna look beautiful. And then they're gonna run into a guy called Patrick Mahomes, and
in Pittsburgh, not Kansas City though. Kansas City was number one seed last year, and the
Steelers have yet to play really any good offense.
What do you mean they played the Titans? They played the Ravens.
Time out. You didn't let me finish. So they played the Ravens this week. That defense, they ran the ball down their throat. They gave up 200 and some yards rushing.
Because the Ravens can run on anybody.
Oh, so we're just going to – okay.
They can run on anybody, but did they win the game? They did not win the game, okay?
No, they didn't win the game. Nope.
All right. Phil, you got the
helmet? Phil, where's the helmet?
Phil, you got the helmet?
I can't believe you still believe in this team.
Believe in the Steelers? How can you not believe in the only undefeated team left in the league?
I believe in the Eagles more than I believe in the Steelers.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Phil, you need an extra helmet. You need send 5. AJ needs 7 of them.
I love it. I love you so much. It's awesome.
I need a big one for that big ego head of his.
Oh, my God.
Like, if AJ took his hat off, you could see, like, bandages and stuff. I'm pretty sure. Like, he just came out of brain surgery, y'all.
The Seahawks have a chance because
I'm a Browns fan and I believe in the Steelers for Christ's sake. That's a Browns fan.
The problem with him, he's a Browns fan.
Well,
so
that guy's
again,
an idiot anyways. Yeah,
Listen.
Give them credit for sticking with their team, man.
AJ said week in, week out. Wait till they meet the Titans. The Titans are going to smoke them. Nah. Then he said, well, wait till next week. The Ravens are going to smoke them. Nah, that didn't happen. It's like, you know what? Eventually, like Shago said in previous things, a broken clock is always right twice. Like, he's a broken clock. He'll eventually get something right because I don't think the Steelers will beat the Miami Dolphins undefeated.
They're going to go 14-2 because he said 14-2, but then they're going to run into Patrick Mahomes. And that'll be that. That's what he's saying.
You're talking about the same man.
This team has an easy schedule.
Who said, okay, can we rewind the tape? Who said the team y'all need to watch out for is the Patriots?
They're done.
I'll wait.
They're done. I'm off board.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
They're not even going to win that division. Buffalo Bills, man.
Somebody on this panel said, hey,
I
you know
to believe in Cam Newton. I tried. One goddamn time I believed in the guy. He's so
All right, this is turning into a comedy, right? So speaking of comedies, man, we're gonna switch. We're gonna get off sports for a minute, and I'm trying to keep it funny because today's election day. There's 100 million fucking posts on Facebook about Trump this and Biden that.
Sorry, my dinner just came. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine, man. Eat right in front of us, right all of it.
Yep.
Would you?
Yeah. That's nice. That's
would you like
nice.
the president?
Nice.
Since it's a presidential day, would you like the president to chime in?
That's classy. The Dolphins are better than the Patriots. Let that sink in. Yes, I agree. Okay. So,
what did you do to the shirt?
Did you just notice that?
No. Oh, that's funny.
You got.
I'm eating wings. You know, it's messy. It's messy.
Yeah. I understand that.
Come on, man. You're a father. You're supposed to be a role model, right? Well, your kids are going to see that.
Kids are going to use this to wipe their ass with after I'm done.
Yeah, he's trying to wipe the shit off the shirt. So don't blame him for it.
All right. Philip, what is your favorite comedy of? And you can pick 3 if you have to.
Okay. Anything with Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Anchorman, Elf, Max Cool.
There you go.
I like the original, which started a lot of comedy, the spoofs, the things, the airplane. There was like 3 jokes told every freaking minute.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers was good. Will Ferrell. and I'm a classic guy.
Yo,
I mean, I like the
AJ,
new ones.
you even made the wife laugh.
Blazing Saddles would be my
Saddles.
third.
Yes. Yes.
Mongo's that yeah, and he's a football player, Alex Karras. If you guys didn't know that, I know you did. But those three, I would go Airplanes, anything with Will Ferrell.
I gotta eat the
and
wings,
Blazing Saddles. That's what I'm going with. There's so many of them though, but they're my three favorites. So
AJ, what's your favorite funny movie?
Eagles game.
There's just so many. That's a tough question.
Give me three.
The other guys.
Okay.
Will Ferrell and
Yes.
Mark Wahlberg.
Sure.
How do you not go with Happy Gilmore?
Sure.
I love Adam Sandler. Caddyshack.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Speaking my language.
Movie was great.
Yes. Yes.
My language. All
There's
right.
just so many.
Shango.
You know, one of the recent
go ahead.
ones that made me laugh so hard
Yeah.
was not recent, but within the last 10 years was Horrible Bosses.
That was
Oh
funny.
my God. Yes.
That was funny.
I almost
Yes.
grew up watching that. It was so funny.
Yes.
When he's stabbing
Yes.
the guy with the EpiPen and they think he's
Yes.
if you're
I
going
never laughed
today,
so hard.
I'll wait till he's all done.
Yeah. Shango. If you don't have one, give me three.
Dude, like a lot of my answers got taken, but anything by Mel Brooks, I love Mel Brooks. Dracula Dead and Loving It, Blazing Saddles, The History of the World Part 1 and
Young
2.
Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein, Monty Python, The Search for the Holy Grail. Like, Airplane. I grew up. I could watch Airplane now.
Surely you
I
can't
grew
be
up with it.
serious.
Yeah, don't. Of course, I'm serious. Don't call me Shirley. Like I like Horrible Bosses. Yes. The other guys. Yes. There's a movie that came out recently that's got a guy named Eric Andre, and they kind of did it in the style of the Jackass style. It's called
you just made my son's day. He is a huge Eric Andre fan, and Eric Andre has a show on you. I think it's on YouTube. I think
It's on. You talking about Adult Swim?
Or I'm sorry, yeah, Adult Swim, the
it's
Eric
Adult
Andre
Swim.
show. The
Yeah,
Eric
the Eric
Andre
Andre
show.
show.
Yeah.
He came out with a movie called Bad Trip. That movie was so funny. That movie was so funny because there was only a few actors actually. It has Tiffany Haddish is in it. Eric Andre. I can't think of the other comedian that's in it, but they were the only actors in the entire movie. Everybody else were just regular people that they were like, they just added in the lines and stuff with them. It was so funny. It was so funny. Horrible Grandpa.
Bad Grandpa.
Yeah, Bad Grandpa.
Johnny Knoxville.
Yes. There's so many.
The one with Robert De Niro too.
Yes.
Bad Grandpa.
Yes. Bad Grandpa.
Yeah, that's another movie.
Yeah. that there's so many. It's hard just to give you three because I'm a huge
Well, you just named 10. So
yeah. So Horrible Bosses. The first time I watched Horrible Bosses, I cried laughing. I cried laughing, especially the scene when he's waiting outside the house and he's in the car singing a song. That's not my name, and he's in the scene. And then the part when they were cleaning up the cocaine, when they spilled the cocaine and they were cleaning it up, we could do this all day. Like, I'm going to do some push-ups just to work this out.
Because people drive by all the time and beep twice.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys hit all my favorites, right? Like you guys hit all my favorites from Airplane to to any like Phil said, anything with Will Ferrell. I like Will Ferrell. I like anything with Jim Carrey. I'm a big Jim Carrey fan. Anything with him, Ace Ventura, the first Ace Ventura. I like.
I thought the second one.
I was a huge. I was because he's passed away. But I was a huge fan of Rodney Dangerfield, and his best movie was Back to School.
Back to School was awesome.
Oh my god, I could watch Back to School like every day and still laugh at all the same parts.
I'm gonna get the
Triple Lindy
one of these days.
The Triple Lindy. Remember, you're a melon.
Yeah.
Ophelia, hold some of my calls. You know, all those.
That even had Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Yes, a
Tropic
young
Thunder.
Robert Downey Jr. Yes.
Tropic Thunder.
Yes,
Tropic
it was.
Thunder. That's what it was.
Can I be honest? I didn't know he was the black guy until the end of the movie.
How about
You didn't?
Wow.
No,
Okay.
I didn't know who played in it. So I watched this movie
Without
and I'm
knowing
like,
who's
man,
in
that guy
it.
looked familiar. And then he went.
I got kicked out
That's
of
how
the
good he
theater.
was.
I got kicked out of the theater when I went to go see Tropic Thunder because I was laughing so much nobody else could hear the rest of the movie. They came and got me. It was like, yo, we will pay for the rest of it. She was like, you got to stop. I was like, I can't. I'm trying. So I sat there and I tried to be quiet, and it got to the part where they had Jack Black tied to the tree and he was coming down. And then they found out that Al Pacino was gay. He was like, Nance, what the fuck did I just say? Nance. He's like, no, man, I didn't say Lance, I said Nance. And he goes,
I named you some old school stuff. Now, more recently, I go with you got to go with The Hangover, the first one. I really love that. They didn't need to do 2 and 3, but the first Hangover was funny. And if you haven't seen it, you should. It's very underrated and not too many people talk about it. But I thought it was freaking hilarious. Was a movie called Cock Blockers with John Cena.
That movie went far.
I died watching that movie. The scene alone where they do the fucking where he guzzles the beer with his ass.
mm-hmm.
I
fucking do this for our daughter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My wife liked that one too. That was a good one.
Have you ever seen the movie Due Date?
Due Date. I was just about to say that. The part where he drinks his dad.
Oh, is that Zach
yeah.
Galifianakis and Robert Downey?
Yes.
Yes.
The masturbating scene. He's like, oh, not a dog's doing it. Come on.
No, the part where they put his dad through the coffee maker.
Oh my god.
And Robert Downey loved it when he found out his dad.
He tastes good.
Dude, anything Robert Downey, I swear to God, Robert Downey is one of the most underappreciated actors of all time. Because from when he was a kid to now, I mean, he was in Weird Science. You know what I mean?
Oh yes.
He was in Weird. He was in Back to School. He was freaking Iron Man. And then anything he's in is gold nowadays. It's great.
I don't read the script. Scripts read me.
There you go.
Script shit. Spit the lines, man.
His fake head looks so real.
Oh shit.
Oh man. All right. We're gonna finish this out with our predictions for week 9, rather. We're going to week 9. Thankfully, the Eagles have a bye, so we don't have to touch the Eagles. Yes, the Eagles.
That shirt looks so much better, by the way.
Yeah, that's great.
I know.
From my angle, it looked like somebody, an Eagles fan punched you in the mouth because that's what you deserve. But that's me.
We already had when he came on. He had some shit on his shirt, but he cleaned it up. So I'm proud of him.
All right. So the standings are as follows. I'm 8-4. AJ's 5-7. Shango is 9-3. Spitter is 7-5. And Phil is 8-4. TJ will send me his picks via text sometime tonight whenever he comes out of his coma. So we're looking ahead to week 9. Phil, we decided on Are we doing Ravens Colts? Are we doing Ravens Colts? Right? Can he hear me? Blink if you understand me. Yeah. All right.
Blink if you need help.
Yeah, blink if you need help. Ravens or Colts? Who do you got?
Okay.
Ravens or Colts?
The Ravens and the Colts. You know what? Listen, I'm not a big Lamar Jackson fan. Never have been. It just reminds me of RG3. You know, I just don't see him being able to throw the ball. And the Colts, man, you just never know what team's going to show up.
They're both 5-2. The
Phillips.
game's in Indianapolis. Not that matters, but
Yeah, you know what? I tell you what, man, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Ravens on this one. I just think the
Okay.
running game is gonna be tough. I gotta go with the Ravens.
AJ Ravens Colts.
Since Phil does not like Lamar Jackson, I just became his biggest fan. I'm gonna buy his jersey, and I'm going with the Ravens too.
Mm-hmm. Shango.
I gotta go to Ravens. It's gonna be a bounce back game for Lamar Jackson and crew. They're gonna come out against a hard hitting opponent, and they're gonna have something they want to prove. They want to prove that they are the best team in the AFC, so they're gonna come out on all cylinders. So definitely Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens as well. We're gonna move on to. Did I send you guys which ones we were picking?
No.
No, not this year. Not this week. AJ, I didn't send you guys which ones we were picking.
Nope.
No.
All right, let's go. Seattle versus Buffalo. Seattle's 6-1. Buffalo's 6-2. It's in Buffalo. Might be snowing. Who knows? Obviously, in November, December, Buffalo games start to depend on weather, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with you, Shango. How do you like Seahawks and Bills?
That's going to be a good game. That is going to be a good, hard
Sunday 1:00 game on Fox.
Yeah, that front, like I've been saying, that front seven of Buffalo is very dangerous. But after that front seven, you got to contend with one DK Metcalf.
Yeah,
DK Metcalf. If Calvin Johnson was Megatron, DK Metcalf must be Optimus Prime. So it's hard to pick against Seattle, so I'm going to Seahawks.
Seahawks. All right. AJ, Seahawks and Bills. I know how much you love the Sea Chickens.
I'm gonna have to go with the Seahawks.
Ooh.
I know they're traveling across the country. Usually that's a sign for disaster for a lot of these West Coast teams, but the Bills, I'm just not sold on them yet, and I think they're gonna have a hard time stopping Russell Wilson. So I'm gonna go with Seahawks.
Just so that Philip doesn't go last, because just so that I don't go last every time, so I don't go on what you guys say. I'm going with Buffalo on this game. Don't ask me why. I can't explain it because everything in my power says Seahawks, but I'm going Bills. Phil, who do you got? Bills and Seahawks. No.
Oh, you know what, man? I hate this game because I have ridden the Buffalo bus to the Super Bowl against the Seahawks team to the It's just like Christmas in July for me. You know what I mean? They're both evenly matched as far as the scoring offense. They're both 19th. They're tied. Seahawks finally they get Chris Carson back. They're going to be healthy in the backfield. Tyler Lockett. You got Lockett and Metcalf, and Buffalo's got Tre'Davious White. That's it. He can't cover both, man. Seahawks pass rush is starting to come about. Fuck me, dude. I mean,
you got the Hawks?
I don't know, man. I like the. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Seahawks. I'm gonna go get it. I want to.
Here's where I gained ground. You all took Seattle. I took Buffalo. Here's where I gained ground, Shango.
I just hate
our
that
next
I did
game
it with AJ. That's the only thing I hate.
The Chicago Bears, after a disappointing overtime loss to the New Orleans Saints, travel to Tennessee to take on those pesky Titans with Tannehill and company. So let's go with AJ first with Titans and Bears.
Jesus.
Both teams are Bears are 5-3, Titans are 5-2. It's in Tennessee.
I just don't believe in the Bears.
I know you said that last week, and they almost won.
And I picked the Saints. And
You did, but they had to go to overtime to beat them.
And then the Titans lost to the Bengals this week, so it's a revenge
Yes.
game for them.
That's fucking with you, right?
It's a prove it game for them this week, and I think they're going to come through and they're going to prove it. Taking the Titans.
Okay. So am I, Shango.
It's hard. It's hard.
Pick the Bears.
It's hard. I don't see. You want me to pick the Bears to be out the next round?
Don't pick with AJ again.
Yeah, he's trying to get back in the standings, but it's kind of hard to.
No, I took the Titans.
Yeah, and that's a good pick. I want to lean toward the Titans because I don't see Derrick Henry having 3 bad games in a row. I don't see that. I don't see Derrick Henry having when has he had 3 bad games in a row?
Never.
I just picked them.
Philip, Bears and Titans.
Who challenged
Here's the thing.
Titans?
He took Titans. Here's the thing. Derrick Henry's not going to have 3 bad games because he ran for over 100 yards last game. He had a bad game before. So I'm going with the Bears because I don't trust Tannehill. I like the defensive backs on this one. I just like the defense of the Bears in this one. I went against the Bears 2 weeks in a row. I'm not going to do it 3. I tell you what, and it's going to come down to close, man. I don't even predict the score 20-17. How's that?
And I
It's going to be the Bears.
And
that's how I take the lead with this game.
Yeah, because we all took Titans and you took the Bears. Our final game on the docket, the Sunday night football game in Tampa Bay, Saints and Buccaneers, Drew Brees and Tom Brady. Who do you got, Shango? Buccaneers and Saints.
Is Michael Thomas playing? I gotta go. I gotta go with the inside man. Phil, is Michael Thomas playing? Oh, he froze.
He wants to see everybody's picks
because they're talking about the. It's politics. I think he is. I think he was just. Injury
Thomas
update on Michael Thomas.
Thomas is playing. Is that the one deciding factor in this game?
That is the one for me. That is the one deciding factor.
Look at
it. Look at it like this. Drew Brees won. Did Michael Thomas play last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He will play
he was
in the divisional rivalry game. He will play in the game. He will play.
So
I don't see how you could pick against the Saints with your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, listen, I'm not. Listen, you I'm not taking it. I thought we were still on.
No, Saints and Buccaneers.
Shango.
I need Saints and Buccaneers. Shango picked his pick already.
All right, Saints win because they beat them 34-23. They can't stop Alvin Kamara because you saw what the Giants running game did to them, and this is a lot better. You got to remember, it was week 1. The running game was there. It's like a preseason. And check this stat out. Drew Brees is 4-2 against Tom Brady.
He is
4-2. He's the only one that has more than 1 win. So
and he's about to be 4-3. I'm taking the Buccaneers. AJ, Buccaneers or Saints?
Well, since me and Shango has agreed on everything else.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Bucks.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Buccaneers to win this one.
Okay.
And Tom Brady we trust.
Yeah, until he proves otherwise.
I mean, the guy wins. I hate the guy, but he wins.
I hate him too. You know, answer this question. All right, we're about to go off the air, but answer this question. If this guy wins a Super Bowl, with out Belichick, is there no question in anybody's mind he's the GOAT?
There's no question now.
Here's this. How many more guys you want to give this guy to win a Super Bowl? They signed everybody. If he doesn't win with these weapons, he might never
He's
win
the
again.
old man. Oh, so in other words, it tarnishes him if he doesn't win it? Come on.
I hate Tom Brady, but he is the GOAT. I'll give
Yeah.
you that. He is the
Nobody's
GOAT.
questioning that. He's the GOAT, but to say because Belichick's struggling.
Listen, I'm not. Listen, and you're going to tell me that Manning, you're going to tell me that Manning from New York belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
That's I can't agree with you on this. I mean, the guy's got 2 Super Bowls, but he's got mediocre stats.
2 Super Bowl MVPs.
He's got mediocre
2
stats.
Super Bowl MVPs.
Mediocre stats. Trent Dilfer's got a Super Bowl. Just saying.
Wow.
2 Super
Yeah.
Bowls, 2 MVPs against the greatest quarterback to play the game.
I think
There it
the
is.
Super Bowl
The
good man
greatest quarterback that ever did it. He just said he wasn't the GOAT, but then he just said
I didn't. I said
against
he was the GOAT.
greatest. Oh, okay. I thought you said he wasn't.
No. But you know what? You know what I heard? A bunch of hating. That's all I heard.
Oh my God! And with that, guys, thank you very. Yeah. With that, guys, thank you very much for tonight. It was funny. It was great. It was entertaining in my book. Anybody watching, check out the rest of our shows tomorrow night. TJ Spitter, Spitting with Spitter, Wednesday night, 8:00. All right. Saturday and Sunday, you got Around the Turnbuckle at 6 with me and the professor. God knows what the hell we're doing. I think this Sunday is Alex Castro, and he can correct me if I'm wrong. Alex Paperboy Castro is on Sunday. All right.
And hopefully nobody puts up a crap ton of comments during your thing.
Like some people tend to do.
I don't know who, like, that's just rude. That's just rude.
Wait, did you see the midget with the big door behind him?
Yeah. He's not technically a midget. He's 4'12". So I mean, so that doesn't qualify him as a midget.
If he's 4'12", that door was
4'12". That's like no way to say 5. I'm just saying.
What did he say he was? He said he was 5'8", right, Shango? He said he was 5'8".
Yeah, he said he was 5'8".
5'8".
And I'm like, I'm 6 feet. I'm 6 feet.
I gotta respect the man for being in the Marines. That's not an easy freaking thing, right?
Nope, it is not.
And I respect my military. So around the turnbuckle Saturdays and Sundays at 6:00. Ciphered Knowledge with Chrissy at 8:00 on Sunday nights. And they got 2 cents with 2 dimes coming real soon. I think it's going to be on Thursday nights. That's going to be with Chrissy, and that's going to be with Mrs. Spitter, and they're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. Most likely, they're going to talk about the hard-hitting stuff, like maybe tonight's election, right?
Let me be clear. This election is for the country, and these people need to get out and vote.
President Obama, I didn't know you were joining us tonight.
I'm glad I was able to come on here and say something to you, Al, AJ, Philip. Great to meet you guys. Want to make sure that everybody's tuning in tonight. Get your wine, get your cheese, get your family. You may laugh, you may cry. You may do both.
Should we vote for Sleepy Joe?
They gave Joe some coffee, so he's not so sleepy. So they're gonna call him wide awake, Joe. His medication was a little off, so that's why he's sitting there a little tired.
Sleepy
I mean, I'd be
Joe.
tired too, trying to talk to Donald.
Sleepy Joe.
Here we go again.
Sleepy Joe Biden.
Again, Donald, I told you, you need to be focused on what's going on tonight.
Obama, this is your most viewers in a long time, huh?
I appreciate you saying that, Anthony. As someone who likes the Giants, I'm surprised that you're able to speak to the rest of the people. So I want to thank everybody who's out there right now, sitting in line in the rain,
Voting.
Yeah, get your votes in.
I hope everybody voted. Happy Election Day. I guess we'll find out what come Friday or Saturday who the president of the United States is, right? Because that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's going to take a couple days.
Something like that. Yep.
Right. So with that, we're going to shut her down. I'm Al Boski. He's Shango. He's Phil. He's Anthony Joseph. Enjoy week 9. I would say go Birds at this point, but they have a bye.
Go Birds!
You got some shit on your shirt. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got shit on your shirt.
Go Washington football team, the WTF,
And barbecue
WFC, or whatever the hell you are. What,
Yeah,
Phil?
yeah. He's got some shit and barbecue sauce on his shirt.
And with that, we shut it down.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Pardon my French,